Look at those berries. Made some of these berries. Hold on one second. Man, they're really good. Just kidding. Don't eat berries you don't know. Lesson be learned. What's going on, guys? This is Burrs out here in the woodsy woods and doing some testing. Thought I'd bring you along for the ride in the 90+ degree heat and humidity of the Northeast, and show you how I test stuff and show you some of the stuff I'm testing right now. So here we are in the wondrous woods. So what's some of the stuff I'm testing out today? Well, one of the things that you saw in previous videos is the Katadyn BeFree. This is their on-the-go water filter. A lot of you guys made comments on my previous video, my get home bag, about this, and you said it was really cool. I think it's really cool. I've been using it for about 2 months now, I think, and use it on a few backpacking trips. You just go next to the stream, take this top off, put the water in, and as you can see here, there is a filter right here. Filters down to 0.2 microns, if memory serves me right. Always keep the top on because that's where your sanitation comes from. Pop the top and enjoy. This is made by Hydra Pack. This little flask-like thing, this flexible flask. You can see right here. And I've used this in the past with running. I have a Salomon one that I have on a little pouch that I put around my back when I go for runs. And it's the exact same pouch, it just doesn't have the water filter. And the cool thing about that is when you have this, you can squeeze it and you can get it to flow out even when you don't have to suck on it or use any extra expenditure of calories, unless you like to suck on it. So what do I do when I test? We'll take this for example. It's kind of what the video is about. How do I test? Katadyn BeFree. Been using it for 2 months. And I'm not going to review it right out of the box. You see that with some people, they say, ooh, I just got this, I went on a trip, it worked great. That's good if you're going to not use this very much. In my opinion, it's not good at all. But if you want to get a true opinion of something, like this water filter, what you want to do, in my opinion, and what I do, I'll go to multiple different water sources. I'll go to a lake, a stream, a river, a pond, and I'll use this in different water sources because they're gonna have different bacterias and things that are gonna mess you up in there to really test the filter out and see if you get sick. So taking one for the team there, yes. You wanna use different water sources, number one. I do recommend though with any water filter, you wanna keep the sediment out. So if you see sediment, lots of sediment in your water, which is like little pebbles and stuff like that, take a schmall or maybe like your shirt, like some kind of cloth, put that over top of your water filter bottle and then pour it in there to get all that dirt and grime and stuff not in your water, because your filter is going to clog up and it won't last as long. That being said, I'm going to test this for a little bit. I'll show you it on my Facebook and my Instagram and stuff and say, hey, I'm testing this out, and you probably won't see it on a review for months, if not a year. I like to take time in testing things. So I like to give a good, honest opinion, and that takes some time to build up a relationship with the product to see if you like it or not. Honestly, there's times in the past where I've gotten stuff from a company and I really felt as though it was going to be very, very good. It was going to work well. I got it and it didn't really work well for me. It wasn't what I thought it would be. And there's other times where I got stuff where I was kind of like, I don't know if I'm really going to like this, but I'll get it anyhow. I got it, and it worked better than the thing that I thought was going to be really, really cool. So it's really hit or miss out there, and that's the one reason why I like to do reviews and give you guys honest opinions, because maybe you're going through the same thing that I go through when I look at stuff online or I go to a store and pick it up. You don't really get a feel for things until you actually go out and use them in the manner in which they're meant to be used. You can go to a store, look at an axe and say, yeah, it looks really good, but until you get out and you start using it, you're not really sure exactly how it's going to work. You can pop into a store and look at this BeFree by Katadyn and say, oh, that really looks cool, but how's this going to work? It crumples down, and when you get down to the bottom of the drink, you can see there's a little bit there that kind of sticks there. You can't get every single ounce out of this like you could with maybe like a Nalgene or something. So those are the little things that over the course of time you realize when you're testing stuff out, getting in preparation for a review. So what are my quick thoughts on this BeFree? So far, like I said, 2 months. I've used it at 4 different water sources, 2 streams, a pond, and a river, what I used it at. And so I haven't gotten ill. So I'm testing the filter capabilities of this. I like the fact that it's nice and lightweight. I like the fact that it has a sanitary cap. For the most part, there's a little bit of play here, but you're not gonna have dirt and grime get in there if you drop it by accident or something like that, or if something comes over top, it's not gonna get unsanitized, if you will. It's constructed well. Hydropack makes kick-ass stuff, and you know, I like it a lot. Nice hardcore cap. This is a heavy-duty cap on here because of this water filter, so really good design and configuration, and I thought this was really ingenious and a thoughtful way to come up with an on-the-go water filter, so I like this one. Alright, so we're going to do this creamy beef and noodles with Alpineaire. Went ahead and took the boiling water, put it in there, stirred it up. I wish I had my long spoon, but I don't. Stirred it up. Now we're going to let it sit for 12 minutes. So how do I test stoves? This is a new stove. Well, a new stove for me. This is the Optimus Polaris, and this is, if you want to buy one stove and be done, this one can do small stuff, it can do large stuff. Really sturdy. You know, you get it on the ground, it's not really going to move over or tip over. I've seen that with some other stoves, but Optimus Polaris boils stuff really fast. Maybe the one downside would be that it is loud, so that's one thing I think they could work on, is the noise of the stove itself, but who really cares how loud it is? I mean, it boils water super quick. It's pretty efficient as far as the amount of fuel it uses. This is the first time I'm actually using it, so we'll see over the course of time how long, you know, fuel lasts, but as far as the specs go, it lasts pretty decently. We're gonna see how this Alpineaire cream beef and noodles tastes. Yes, I know, I can already hear it. You use a pink lighter, Burrs. It's because I don't want to lose it. Easiest thing to use in the woods, easiest thing to lose in the woods. So while we're waiting for our food to get prepared, let's talk about knives. Here's a CRKT machete. I've had this for a year. I've chopped with it. I've done brush stuff with it, as far as clearing brush as you're getting into the forest, like today when it's nice and hot and has tons of greenery. I haven't really found this thing's sweet spot yet. I got it because it looked cool. I thought it could be like kind of like a middleman of sorts. It does everything, but it doesn't do anything really particularly well, in my opinion. So I'm still trying to find exactly what this is good at. It might just be good for like a Walking Dead scenario, or hey, look at me, check this out. But as far as for the weight, I don't know if I'd be packing this in every time I hit the woods, because again, haven't found its sweet spot yet. Like I said, it does everything. I just haven't found out exactly what it does super well yet. You guys have seen I've been testing out this black diamond pack. Still love this thing. It's my favorite pack. It is just my absolute favorite pack at the moment, and possibly of all time. And one thing that I've been using, you guys know I like to eat clean, at least when I try to eat clean. This is the bug out. This is woodland mint. Doesn't have DEET in it and smells like mint. And this stuff works really well. And you don't go home after a trip and smell like ass. You smell like mint. What's not to like about mint? Let's take a look at this thing. It is creamy. Gonna find out if it's dreamy. I think it could sit for another 2 minutes. It's hot. Very hot. First off, let's see how it looks. See how it looks there? Nice and creamy, dreamy. Nice and hot on my hand. There we go. See how it looks? Kind of like Stroganoff. Definitely have a sour cream note, which I like. Yeah. Nice and sour. Not sour, gross sour, but sour cream sour. So if you like sour cream, you like Stroganoff, this thing's gonna be lovely after a day in the woods. What? I'm gonna finish this. You can watch if you want. I'm finishing it. So how do I test food? Well, I make it. I put it in my belly, let my taste buds do the driving, and let you know how it tastes to me. Obviously everybody's taste buds are different. I might like stuff that tastes more like sour cream than you would, but I'm giving you an opinion on what it tastes like. Shelf life, well, with a 20-year shelf life stuff, you kinda gotta let it wait. The meat in here is not bad, but like with any kind of trail food, it's not gonna taste like you just made it on the on your at home on your stove. But definitely passable, definitely good. What's my rating? Everybody wants a rating. What's the rating, Burrs? I'd say this is a good 8.5 out of 10, or as my buddy Julian Elliman says, it's a good 850 out of 1,000. If you're a single dude, you could almost make this, put it on a plate for your date. I know it rhymes. I'm a rhymistic kind of guy. Put it on the plate for your date. Throw away this. Don't let her see this. Put it on the plate. Serve it, and you'll be in like Flint. Is it in like Flint or is it in like Flint? And like really discard it. Bottom of the trash bag kind of stuff. You don't want to have your date, oh, I have to throw my gum away. Open up the thing, the trash can, and boom, Alpineaire's on there with Stroganoff. Busted. So here's another thing I'm testing out today, axes. We got this Council tool, Woodcraft. This is made in the USA. It's really cool. You guys have seen some social media stuff I've done on this. Dave Canterbury has endorsed this axe. I'm out here testing it out compared to my Bushman axe from Wetterlings. This is my favorite axe. Still is my favorite axe. Just set up really nice, but they actually compare amazingly well. You can see this one just has about an inch on it as far as the length goes. As far as weight and everything, they just match up really well. So I'm out here testing these together, seeing how this one compares to my favorite axe of all time, the Bushman. And you know, talking about your expectations, my expectations are really high for this Council tool, Woodcraft axe. And when I'm using it, I'm noticing that I get a lot more bite and material getting taken out of the wood I'm chopping with this Bushman axe. So my expectations were not set by this one. I had more expectations for this than what happened, but that's just one phase. So while it might not chop as well as this, it might split wood better compared to this, and that's what we're gonna find out when we go down the road. But that's just all in the process of testing. I came out first and tested it with the factory edge, and I went back home, and before the next time I came out today, I went and gave this the edge that I put on this, the same kind of sharpening that I do on this, I put on the Council tool. So you know, that's just part of what goes into testing stuff and evaluating stuff. Hurry up, get the stuff. They found us. So that's all that kind of goes into testing, and you know, testing outdoor gear with tents and stuff like that. You know, it all kind of translates. You want to spend time, you want to do multiple trips, and you want to put the stuff in the environment and in the usage that you're going to use it in the outdoors. Some people who do reviews, maybe their classification of the outdoors is different than mine. Mine is actually out into the woods. I have to hike into the woods. I have to hike through a trail to get out into the area I want, which is isolated. It's not near people, it's not near the trail, it's off the trail. So when I'm going through stuff, I can see if I got brush and stuff, how well like the machete will react. How well will my bag get through all the pricklies and all that stuff I gotta go through to get to where I'm going. That's the kind of stuff and testing I do. So hopefully this has given you a good insight into how I test stuff. I do get some questions on this, so hopefully that does answer those questions. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. And if you guys do testing and stuff, why don't you go ahead and show the methods you do, and you know, how you go about it. And until next time, later.